CNN is taking heat after the release of multiple audio tapes exposed the company for its political agenda. One America's Daniel Kitchen has more.
The mainstream media continues being exposed for their bias against the White House, with Project Veritas revealing their latest undercover investigation on CNN. In a live stream Tuesday, Project Veritas founder James O'Keefe announced his watchdog group had recorded CNN's executive editorial meetings for almost 2 months, exposing their political biases towards President Trump.
You're unmuted.
Hey, Jeff Zucker, you there? Hey,
yes.
This is James O'Keefe. We've been listening to your CNN calls for basically 2 months, recording everything. Just wanted to ask you some questions if you have a minute. Do you still feel you're the most trusted name in news? Because I have to say, from what I've been hearing on these phone calls, I don't know about that. I mean, we got a lot of recordings that indicate you're not really that independent of a journalist.
Taken back by O'Keefe's reporting, CNN President Jeff Zucker cut the discussion short by quickly shutting down his staff meeting.
Thank you for your comments. So everybody, in light of that, I think what we'll do is we'll set up a new system, and we'll be back with you. We'll do the rest of the call a little bit later.
We're going to release those recordings.
Following their investigation, Project Veritas shared several transcripts from calls between top executives from the news company. In one explosive tape from September, CNN Senior Vice President Cynthia Hudson is overheard bashing Cubans in Florida who support President Trump, stating they need to counter the narrative.
Sadly, I have to say, there's a population that is very attracted to bullies, and no one is countering it properly. In Florida, the Cubans are going to vote for Trump, and that's terrifying. And so I think that there is a way to counter the narrative in Florida that is not being taken advantage of.
In another meeting recorded in October, Zucker can be heard labeling President Trump as a bigger threat to national security than widespread voter fraud.
Trump continuing to undermine election integrity with baseless claims of fraud, okay? And he's continuing to do it. And that leads to the question of whether or not Trump in himself is a national security threat.
Following the release of the audio tapes, CNN's communication division warned O'Keefe may be breaking the law, stating they have referred their claims to law enforcement. Despite threats made by the news network, O'Keefe has doubled down on his reporting, arguing CNN wants to shape the world of news, not report on it. Daniel Kitchen, One American News.